So, you want to make your own PC but ending up like this? Then you are at the right place. Hi, this is your tech assistant and welcome to my channel Tech. Today we will assemble a personal computer. This one is called chassis, also known as cabinet. All the computer parts are installed inside the chassis. It has several screw holes like this to fix the motherboard on the chassis with the help of screws, and an open portion like this for motherboard input-output ports, where we will fix this, the input-output back panel first. Now we will fix the motherboard to the chassis. Place it in such a way that these input-output ports will sit properly and easily accessible from the back side. We will use specific type of screw to fix it with the chassis. Don't tie the screws too much to avoid damage to the motherboard, and make sure the motherboard won't vibrate. Now you see the ports are well set and easily accessible. Now we will install the power supply unit. Make sure to choose a power supply unit which comes with all the essential connectors and sockets to give power to all components efficiently. You must be wondering why I am inserting the cable like this. I will tell about this later. Now, as you can see, there is a dust filter and ventilation holes at the bottom of the chassis. This is to vent out air coming out from the PSU, which is very important. Make sure you place the PSU correctly. Here the fan side should be below towards the ventilation area, like this. Now we will fix it using screws. Wear management. Almost all the chassis have such kind of hinges to tie the wear so that the wear won't create any mess or won't interfere with any other wears. Installing a rear chassis fan. It comes pre-fixed, but why not to learn how to install a fan? There is already a place to fix the rear fan, and we should fix the rear fan in such a way that the air will flow outward. The rear fan connected to the fan socket of the motherboard. Now we will do the wirings. This is the main power cable connector which will connect to this. And this is CPU 4-pin power connector. To give power to the CPU, it will directly connect to the motherboard. Time to install the RAM. Make sure to use RAM compatible with your motherboard, otherwise the system won't boot like you saw in the beginning. These locks will lock the RAM in the slot. Before installing, understand that this notch should fit properly with the notch of the slot. Even if you don't have a graphic card, watch this on how to install a graphic card. A graphic card is installed on a PCI slot of the motherboard. If you don't have a PCI slot, you can't install a graphic card. Install it in such a way that its input-output ports will be outward, just like the motherboard I/O panels. Fix it tight with a screw, see, like this. In future, if you use a graphic card, you can install it by yourself. Graphic cards have 6 or 8 pin power connectors. Here it has 8 pin power connector, so connect it to a 8 pin socket of power supply unit. Time to install the hard disk. Fix it using screws. Connect a data cable from HDD to SATA ports on the motherboard and a power cable from the HDD to PSU SATA power connector. Now we will install front fan. There is a science you need to know before installing additional fan. You see these arrows marks. They show the direction of the wind flow. The rear fan will blow out the air from the chassis. So this additional fan should be installed in such a way that it will bring the air from the outside into the chassis. No need to do all this. All this wiring of the front panel come pre-installed. Just watch it. Front panel cables are connected to these ports of the motherboard. Front USB cable is connected to a separate USB 3.0 port. So let's fire it up. And your PC is up and running. If you have any doubt, ask me. Thank you. See you again in the next video.